Hi guys, welcome back to the Home and Homestead. If you're new, I'm Rebecca. Today we're going to be heading to the kitchen and we're going to do some baking. We're going to make some soft and fluffy dinner rolls. Now these are great to be served with your dinner meal, or you can make them whatever size you like, maybe a little bit larger to make sandwiches or sliders and make miniature hamburgers with them, whatever you'd like. These are sweet and tender dinner rolls, and even better yet, there's no egg in it. So if you have any dietary restrictions or would prefer to make a recipe without eggs, this might be a great option for you for dinner rolls. So let's head to the kitchen and we can get our ingredients together for making some soft and fluffy dinner rolls. Alright, so the first thing we need to do for making our soft and fluffy dinner rolls is prepare some warmed milk with some sugar and yeast. So in this measuring cup I have 1.5 cups of milk, and I've warmed this to about 110 degrees Fahrenheit in the microwave. To that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of yeast. You can also use about 2 packets if you buy your yeast in packets. Just going to mix together. I'll just set that aside so that the yeast can bloom. Now in a small mixing bowl, we're going to add some wet ingredients. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, and 1/3 cup of honey. I'm just going to whisk the Greek yogurt and the honey together. And now we can get our dry ingredients. Inside of this mixing bowl, I'll be using my Bosch Universal Plus mixer. You can also use a KitchenAid stand mixer, or you could do this by hand as well. It would just take a bit longer to do the kneading process by hand. Inside of my mixing bowl here, I have 4 cups of flour. I also have an extra 1/2 cup here because it usually takes between 4 to 4.5 cups of flour for this recipe. To this I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of butter. This butter has been softened to room temperature, and I just cut it into different size pieces so it'll be distributed throughout our flour mixture. Now that our yeast has been blooming for about 5 minutes, there's a nice frothy top here. We're going to pour this into our flour mixture. Then we'll add in our Greek yogurt and honey mixture. And now we're going to knead our ingredients until we have a nice, smooth and elastic dough. For the Bosch mixer, it usually takes about 5 minutes. For the KitchenAid, it takes closer to 10. And by hand, it'll be as fast as you're able to knead that. So let's get this mixer going here. Let me add a little more flour, the extra 1/2 cup I spoke about. Now I'm just mixing this on setting number 1. Let me add a little bit more flour, just so that that dough comes together a little bit better here. Now this is a bit of a sticky dough, and I just know that I've added enough flour when it starts to pull away nicely from the sides. But it still will be kind of a sticky dough. We're just looking for it to be kneaded until it's nice and smooth. All right, so this looks good. It's nice and smooth here, so I'm just going to remove the dough hook, my little scraper blade. Now what I'm going to do is spray down the dough in the bowl a little bit with some avocado oil. I'm just going to cover it again. We're going to allow the dough to do the first rise right in the mixing bowl. So we'll come back once this has doubled in size, and this usually takes about 30 minutes. All right, our soft and fluffy dinner rolls have been rising in the mixing bowl, and they've about doubled in size here. So I'm just going to turn this dough out onto my pastry mat. You can just do a light dusting of flour. I'll put the dough here. I'm just going to take the dough, kind of shape it to more of a smooth log type shape, so I can evenly cut it into the size dough portions that I'd like. You could also use a kitchen scale and then weigh out the dough into the portions that you'd like based on weight. So I'm going to shoot for making 16 dinner rolls. Sometimes I like to do a dozen, and then they're a little bit of a larger dinner roll. You can use them for sandwiches and nice size slider buns. Some of these middle ones are a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We can always add a little dough to get the size that we want a little more evenly here. Just kind of eyeballing it. To kind of push up from the bottom to get some nice tension on top. And then pinch them together on the bottom. And then just pull it towards you to kind of seal that bottom, or where the seams came together. I'm just going to shape all of these dough portions. I'm just going to place them into a pan here. And once I'm done forming all these dinner roll dough pieces, I'm going to cover it with a towel and we'll do a second rise until they've puffed up and filled up this baking pan nicely, and then we can bake them. All right, so here we have 16 dinner roll dough balls all shaped here. So what I'm going to do is cover it with the towel. We're going to allow this to rise for a second rise until they filled out the baking pan nicely. So we'll come back. This usually takes about 30 minutes to an hour. And once it's getting close, I'll start to preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Okay, I have the oven preheated to 375 degrees. And now our dinner rolls have risen and filled out the pan a little bit better here. So now they're ready to be baked. So we're just going to bake these at 375 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. And I like to put a little thermometer in them, and I bake them until they reach about 190 to 200 degrees. So let's get these into the oven to bake. All right, our soft and fluffy dinner rolls have finished baking. They took 17 minutes to get to this point. So now what I like to do is allow them to cool. And while they're still warm out of the oven, I just take a little bit of butter, spread it over the tops. So help keep them nice and soft when we're ready to enjoy them, and it gives a little more of some great buttery flavor for our dinner rolls. All right, so now we're just gonna allow these to cool, and then I'll pop them out of the pan and we can have a closer look and a taste of our soft and fluffy dinner rolls. All right, here we have our soft and fluffy dinner rolls. So these have a great tender and soft crumb to them, and they're delicious served with dinner as just a traditional dinner roll. But you can also make nice little slider sandwiches, or you can change up the size of your dinner roll, maybe do 12 instead of 16 like I did today. They'll be a little bit bigger, and you can do sandwiches or maybe even a small hamburger with them as well. If you want even a smaller size dinner roll, then I would say do about 20 portions of this dough, and it'll make a nice small dinner roll size. This is the size that we typically prefer for a dinner roll, so that's what I did today. They have a nice golden brown top to them, which I then brushed with some butter and it melted nicely, so you get a little bit of that buttery flavor on the outside and a soft, sweet, and tender dinner roll inside. So let's have a little closer look. Nice and soft, and a wonderful, sweet dinner roll flavor. For storage, I will place these soft and fluffy dinner rolls either in an airtight container or a zip-top bag such as I'm using here, and then they store really well in the refrigerator for up to a week. Then they'll be ready to use whenever you need them. These dinner rolls would be quite lovely to be served during lunch or dinner as an accompaniment to your meal, as well as for special occasions. So perhaps for Easter or Thanksgiving or Christmas, or anytime you want something a little bit extra special and delicious to go with your meal. I do have a number of other baked goods and dinner rolls and biscuits and things if you'd like to try out and do some baking and have some delicious little items to have to the side or to accompany your meal. I also have playlists on the topics from recipes and in the kitchen to food preservation and of course baking. So enjoy checking out those playlists for those various topics and videos that I have. And if you're new to the channel or haven't done so yet, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button below if you haven't done so yet. And continue to watch my channel, The Home and Homestead, for some more homemade, homegrown, and home style inspiration. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. See you next time. Take care.